Alright, hey guys. So, one of the games I've been trying out recently is in early access. It's called Besiege. If you guys haven't heard of it, you should. It's pretty freaking awesome. It's like Legos on steroids. It's so much fun. Let's see if I can fix this. That's better. Now you can actually kind of see me. Okay, so I've already beaten levels that they already have out. They're still working on more and more of them. This is a new game, so I'm going back through and hopefully I've learned a little bit since I've completed 1.5 areas by now. But it's pretty awesome. Basically, I start with a single block. This is the core. I have to build a contraption that has to complete an objective. The objective in this case is destroy 60% of everything. That's not exactly simple to do, but with the right materials and a little bit of ingenuity and creativity, I can do it. I'm not exactly the most creative guy. I'm pretty straightforward and logical. I like math, I like numbers, I like science, especially like physics. And that works okay for this game because physics is a huge part of it. But that means that coming up with ingenious, inventive ideas is not exactly as easy as it looks. So let's see. I know that the houses here, since they are straw and wood, they can catch on fire. And we have flamethrowers that can solve that problem pretty quickly. However, the castle, that's going to be a different problem. That can only be destroyed with cannons or bombs. I believe because it's thick stone, it can only be destroyed with bombs. So, we may have to get really creative about this one. In fact, alright, I'm going to try one of my previous inventions. It's not saved on this computer, but that's okay. We're going to need a bit more room for this one. Now you have to be careful because this entire game is physics-based. I wasn't kidding about the physics and science. So this thing can be easily destroyed by all the guys over there and their swords, or it can be destroyed by myself, or I can run into a building and have it be destroyed, or it can catch fire and be destroyed. All those are pretty bad situations, but hopefully we can find a way around them. For now, I am going to, let's see, I'm adding on some propellers here. Propellers will pull my aircraft up, which is a good idea. I'll add some on the side. Now my idea behind this one is I'm going to be creating a, not really a hovercraft because it won't hover, but more of a helicopter. Now the physics on my helicopter have to be pretty much equal on everything. And it's important because if the weight is incorrectly distributed, then my helicopter will end up falling apart, and that won't be good. I could use balloons to bring myself up, but the propellers move faster and they give more force, which in this case will be good for when I add on cannons, which are very, very heavy. I should probably be careful about that. Alright, cool. So the cannons will also act as my feet for this one, so I can land on the ground and not have to worry too much about these propellers hitting the ground. I may also want to add some flamethrowers on. Flamethrowers are a lot lighter, but I have to be careful about how and when I use them because they can catch the cannons on fire, which will set the cannons off, which is not what I want at all. I think that's pretty good. So now that I've done that, I need to actually tie these into the correct keys. This is one of the things I learned very late in the whole process, that I can actually change the keys and parameters for each one of these little extras here. So I'm going to set it so that Y is my up. I'm going to copy that and paste it here. Paste, 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 and paste it on pretty much all these top ones. That's pretty important, I think. Now it's important that every single one of these top ones has the exact same flying speed, otherwise I'll tilt in the wrong direction. Now these ones I'm going to use for strafing. So I'm going to tie them to my keys, my arrow keys. Alright. Copy, paste, paste, and up. Copy, paste, paste. Perfect. Now I'm going to put all of my flamethrowers on the same key and make sure it's not Y. That would be very, very bad. The T key is a pretty good choice. Now the flamethrowers have a limited time to burn, so after they run out of fuel, that's it. Now the trick with them that I've discovered is that shooting just short bursts can ignite whatever I need to on fire, so I don't have to do a whole long burn. As long as it's a short burst, it should be okay. 3. Now I'm setting these cannons to individual keys so that I can fire them one at a time. Those are important because the cannons only have a single shot to each of them. So once I fire one, that's it. I don't get a second chance. That's already been done. And then I'll do U and I. Alright, now I'm going to lower this to the ground so it doesn't hit the ground too hard when it plays simulation. And we'll see how this goes. Oh. Clearly I missed a lot of flamethrowers there. And I seem to have missed some of the... No, I don't want Y. T. How did I miss these flamethrowers? Alright. That's okay. This process is always a learning experience. It hardly ever goes right the first time. Okay. Y is my up key. Oh, nope. Y. I am copying and pasting these things. So I need to... There we go. That was the missing one. Like I said, if one is off, that makes it so that the rest of them are all off. The whole thing will tilt. Now these guys aren't too bad to deal with. They'll just be right under, and I catch them with fire. I use my... Oh. I believe I forgot one very important element. When my propellers push forward, they also push up in the opposite direction. Damn. Alright. So that means I'm going to have to add some propellers onto the bottom as well. And that's okay. So, the idea is these three here, when they push back towards the camera, they're also pushing up to try and give me lift. Now I don't want that. I want a force that actually counteracts that lift and keeps me completely stable. So what I'm going to do... Okay, I'm going to remove that one. Add an extra block, making sure that it's even. Then I will put a propeller right here. That should be enough force. I'm a little worried that it will pull down too far, but as long as I keep it relatively even with the ground. Let's see. Okay, perfect. No, left. Copy. See, that is correct. Paste and paste. Yeah, that should be fine. And then this one will be the same as this. So up and up. There we go. Copy right. paste, paste, and copy down, paste, and paste. Sweet. Alright, let's give this one more go. Drop it to the ground. And lift. Oh, a little too much forward force there, but that's okay. Okay. And burn. Ah-ha-ha. Now, I don't necessarily have to burn those guys in the ground. I could run into them, I could fall on them. I could just run over them. But he's definitely trying to run away. Like those guys. Now, there definitely is blood in this game, as you can see. There is a way to turn off the blood. That's in the settings. I have to be super careful about fire. Alright, let's see if these cannons can take out the castle. Let's see. And... Oh, 4. Nope, cannons are not taking out that castle. That's gonna be a problem. Oh, and I just popped off a rotor. That's gonna be trouble for me. I still might be able to make it. Oh, I just run into half these buildings, and these were a lot weaker than I expected. That castle, though, that's gonna be problems. So I'm gonna have to come up with something a little more inventive than just this. Let's see what I can do. Alright, so we'll try this. This is a very, very dangerous idea. That bomb can easily blow up and destroy my vehicle. But if I am very careful about how I deliver this thing... Oh, too far. Oh, and there I go. Alright, well that did not work the way that I wanted it to. Okay, so we'll get even more creative about this. There are lots of different parts that you can use to create a new device. In this case, I'm going to use a decoupler and a piston, I think is a good idea too. So I have no idea if this will work or not, but we'll find out. Okay. So I need to first set that piston. I'm going to set it to be K. Piston speed better be high up there. I need it to jump pretty far. And I don't think it's going to work, but... Oh, how'd you know? Alright. Let's see how this works. Okay. And boom. Nope. Oh, God, that was awful. That was not what I wanted at all. Alright. Forget the decoupler. Let's just have it get pushed by a couple pistons. Just full on push it as far as I can go. 3 pistons should definitely do it, assuming I can even fit it. So when I make this device, I have to fit it within this box. And that's part of the rules. So anything taller than the box is not going to work. In this case, K, oops, and K. No properties for the bomb, so I have to be very careful about that. Alright, here we go. Tilts a little bit, kick. That bomb went a bit too far. Maybe that... Yeah, you know, I'm going to try that again. And... kick. Perfect. And there goes all of the little guys. I'm just going to run this thing straight into the rest of this. Now, as you can see, this isn't exactly a scientific process here. I could probably be a little more efficient with how I did things if I was approaching it from a more scientific standpoint, but that's not really the point. Alright, well, I think that's all of the huts that I can destroy. The only thing left is the castle. Oh, 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 that's bad. That's very bad. Alright, not enough bomb on that one. And the cannons are pretty useless, so I'm going to go ahead and take them off. Let's see. Oops. Now, this is a very well-designed, simple game. It's very easy to pick up, fairly easy to understand all the different pieces and things that you can use. I'm going to try... Since I've taken all the cannons off, I don't need as much upward force anymore. So I'm going to try something else. Sometimes doing some suicide bombing is a little bit okay in this game. Let's set them all on L. That way they don't blow up when I try and detach my bomb. Alright, and to the left, and tilt, and... oh, I'm on fire. That's not good. Well... Oh! And you know, sometimes that's how you do it. Alright. I guess on to the next one. Let me turn on some light here so it's... Alright, that was Island 1 destroyed. Alright, the Duke's Plea. Kill all the knights. Well, I definitely will not need bombs for this one. I'm going to go ahead and try and do it with just the flamethrowers alone. Alright. And torch, torch, torch. And crunch. Sometimes they're a little bit sneaky. I need to be real careful about this. Now you have to set your own controls. I don't know if you guys saw that earlier. You probably did, but oh, gotta be real careful not to catch myself on fire here. Alright, so I have just a few more knights left to kill. Alright, so you're setting your own controls here, and you can decide whether they're going to be camera relative or not. Actually, no, I can't decide that. They're not going to be camera relative. I'd have to get very inventive to come up with a system like that. So I've been trying to use a system of strafing so that I don't actually have to turn my vehicle. The problem with that is that when I am no longer facing the castle, I have to try and either fly it with the camera facing the wrong way, or fly it with the controls facing the wrong way, which is a much more difficult process to deal with. Darn it. Now these guys are well protected under cover. So, let's see. I definitely broke the stone. Let's see if I can get it a little bit closer. If I can just get it a little more, get that other pillar. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Alright, well, let's see if I can burn him now. Okay. Oh, right, this one. Nope, gotta be over him. Nope. I'm just gonna have to try and squish him. Got him. Oh, okay. Nope, that's flame. Flame is bad. Oh, we're okay. I don't even think I lost any rotors on that one. Awesome. Aha! So it's not about how intact your vehicle is. It's about completing the objective. Alright. This will be a little bit easier now that I've discovered power of flight and flamethrowers. Now, I'm going to go ahead and destroy this machine. Actually, let me save it first because I might need it later. But I'm going to try the original way that I did this, which was a little more creative, I have to say. This was originally before I knew how to control flying vehicles. I had to come up with some sort of a land-based vehicle that could not only reach up as high as all the birds are, but also be able to destroy them, which was not simple. So I'm going to go ahead and keep in mind, the original time I did this, I also didn't know that you could remap the controls. So it was all done with the default controls for each of the objects. It was not pretty, not at all. Oh, I've hit the intersection. I can lower this down, so that's okay. Now, pistons will extend out. I don't need them to extend extremely far, just high enough to hit the top of the flock. However, when they extend out, they're going to be very flimsy, because they're going to be very high up. So I have to provide some support, and that's going to come in the shape of these blocks. I'll put another one about halfway up. Alright, and then the most important part, of course. I can't put any on the side there. However, I can put some over here and over here. And that should be okay. Now let's see how this works out. Nope. That's not good. I've already cracked off a couple of saws. But as you can see, this was my original idea, and it was fairly effective. I don't know if this one will actually reach high enough, but let's see, I am missing the saws on the end there. Those are the ones that cracked off. And those will keep spinning, but I can move myself into position. I think I'm going to have to retry this one because I don't think it's going to reach high enough. No, it will not. Alright, well then, let's try this again. Once more with feeling, I think. We'll just hit it. Let's see, though, that's the intersection up there. I can't do it any higher than that. It's going to hit that maximum intersection there. That is not going to help me. Alright, well I can get rid of this one. And this one. I don't need any of that low. Birds are all pretty high up, so I need to make sure that I get the ones that are higher up. So I'm going to add on some blocks right here, and then add on one more circular saw there. And I need to make sure that I don't jump too high this time and destroy everything again. I could slow down the pistons if this doesn't work, but I don't think that I'll need it. No, probably not. This seems to be pretty effective. Ah, oh, I don't need to replay that. I can just go on to the next one. Alright. Oh. This is going to be interesting. Alright. So instead of using my helicopter again, I'm going to try a different idea. Something that has worked out better in the past. Since I don't need to be super strong or have a lot of armor, since I just have to pop 2 of these balloons here, I'm going to go ahead and try something a little more flotational. So propellers are not the only way that you can get about in in the air. I'm going to add that on. Boink, 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 boink. There are also balloons. And balloons will provide me with a good amount of buoyancy. They're not nearly as powerful as the propellers are. And the best idea is to still use them in conjunction with the propellers, since they can help you ascend or descend. The propellers, I mean, not the balloons. The balloons will just pull you up. But 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now all I have to do for, let's see, I'm going to move this like that. Just copy and paste. Perfect. G, copy, paste, paste. Paste, paste, and oh, I did that one wrong. Copy, paste, paste, and this one will go to the right. J is what I wanted. Oops, no, J, J, J. Okay. So, and then I have to tie this one into one. I'll use that as T for ascension. And then hopefully I won't need descension. I'd rather have it go down a little bit slowly, but let's see how this works. It's a little bit too slow. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Not gonna work at all. Alright, I need to adjust the buoyancy on these things. Hopefully 1.5 should give enough. If not, I can tone down some of them. Now, I do kind of wish there was a way to click multiple objects at once, like be able to just click and drag marquee all these balloons and change all their properties at once. That might do it. Alright. Oh, now it's going up too far. That's the opposite of what I wanted. Okay. Alright, I have a solution for this one too. So, instead of trying to decrease buoyancy, I'm just going to add some downward drag, since I kind of want to attack them from the top anyway. I'll just set all these to I. And I. So that way I know how to descend. Okay. Oh, there we go. Yep. I might have given it a little too much weight. Oh, that should be okay. I down. Right, that's one. Now we gotta go back up. Where is that other guy? Oh, there he is. Let's back up. And easy. In fact, I can go through and pop all these guys. But I don't need to. Now, obviously, if you have some friends that are also playing this game, you can go for the fewest number of blocks possible and the fastest time to complete the objective as possible once you start the actual simulation. This one was one of the hardest levels that I had to complete. Now, you'll see this is a yak right here, and that is a bomb strapped to its back. As soon as I get anywhere in the area, that yak is going to try and rush me and destroy me. I think I completed this one by creating a plane, but the plane did not fly very well, so I'm going to try using my hovercraft again. I need to ascend very quickly to make sure I'm out of the path of the yaks, because they will sit there and wait for me until they hit something that blows them up, and of course I catch on fire. That would be way too easy. Alright, so now I'm going to have to try something different. Gotta move faster. Alright, that was a lot easier. Now, unfortunately, there are a lot a lot of yaks in this area, and I have to hit 3 insignias. So I'm going to go ahead and descend, hit that first one. Perfect. Now try and get over these yaks and bring them onto the rocks. Oh, that might be a bit too much downward force. Oh, I hit the mountain. That's not good. Fortunately, the balloons will correct my flight path. Alright, let's hit that second insignia. And if everything goes according to plan, which it looks like it will, I will be able to hit the third insignia, and the other yak won't even bother me! No! No, you stupid yak! Oh, it's all going so wrong! Oh, the humanity! No, I was so close! Oh, man. Stupid yaks! Oh, that was one. Alright, let's just do this. Oh, oh no! No! That was way too close. The flames. Oh, no, no, no! That was the wrong button. Alright, well, there goes that plan again. Ah, freaking yaks. This is mostly just me screwing it up for myself now. It's not even the yak's fault. Yeah. Patience is important in this game. Very, very important. Right now, I guess I don't have enough. Oh, that's a huge explosion. Oh, frickin' yaks. And now I'm all just twisted. Alright, there's one. That yak is way too close to that insignia. Ah, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Ah. I really should come up with a better way to do this. Fortunately, I can be right above the yaks. Okay, you know what? I'm going to play it safe. I'm just going to drive them right into the rocks. Oh, that was way too close. Alright, there we go, and we're safe. The yaks don't have anything on me. Alright. So this one was the one where I had to spend a lot of time learning about air vehicles, and that's why I've been able to invent stuff like this. My original contraptions for this were the helicopter that I had before, and a gigantic version of this one that could carry a ton of balloons and a ton of cannons. In fact, my version 2 of the balloon hovercraft was so gigantic and had so many balloons that when I started the simulation it would cause the game to lag. And that lag was enough to cause the balloons to go inside of each other and blow themselves up. And I'd have to restart the simulation until eventually it wouldn't lag and I'd have all my balloons intact, because otherwise the weight would just be distributed all wrong. Now this one I have to destroy 4 huge aircraft. The good thing is they can all be destroyed by cannons, and I know that because that's how I beat it last time. So I'm going to go ahead and save this one as hover and bring out my helicraft. Now the reason why I used the helicraft for this one was that it provided more upward force, which meant that I could carry more cannons. And that's important because I was not 100% accurate, and you'll see why in a moment. I don't need the flamethrowers anymore. Actually, you know what? I'll keep them on there because they will not provide that much extra weight. Juno, don't yawn at me. This is not boring. Hey, hey, this is Besiege, Juno. My cat is providing her commentary to my commentary. It's rather rude. Cats are rude. I don't see you doing this. You could have a cat show. Do cats watch Twitch? Huh? Cat plays. Cat plays Counter-Strike? Would you play Counter-Strike, do you know? Probably not. Actually, she might. She'd probably be pretty good at Counter-Strike. She's merciless like that. Anyway, let's see. Alright, so I'm setting these cannons to individual numbers again, just in case I do miss, because that will inevitably happen. The good news is, if I do miss, I can always just drive my hovercraft straight into them. Alright. Oop. Something about those flamethrowers set them off again, and now I'm really worried. I'm gonna just try and go for it. I don't think I can light it on fire. Alright. Oops. Got it. Alright, that only took 3 shots. Now normally with this one I'm a lot more scientific about my cannon fire and trying to remember which cannons are set to which numbers, but now that I've gotten started, I'm just gonna frickin' try it. Fortunately I can totally miss on this one. Doesn't matter because I can just... Oh! Ah, gotcha. Alright. I'm gonna try that one more time. But let's do it. Let's see if I can do it even faster this time. Oh. Never mind. That didn't quite go the way that I expected it to. Why are these things tied to this key? Maybe it's because I deleted them and undid the delete? Alright. Let's see. Sometimes it's a little fun to make it go faster. Gotcha. Yeah, see, you can get... Now, I've been doing this for a while now. I've gotten pretty used to the way that my vehicles control themselves. So, that was not a huge deal. But, the first time you do this kind of thing will be basically impossible to build. You'll be... I was driving just... this one. This one was not simple at all. Alright. Alright, so the idea with this one is I have to take that crystal and move it into that glowing section right there. This was not easy the first time I did it. It wasn't super difficult, but definitely could have been a lot easier. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. Add on a couple of pistons. 2 should be good. I don't think I'll need anything else. And then this is going to be called a grabber. The idea with the grabber is that anything it touches except for the ground, well, basically, if it moves and the grabber touches it, then the grabber will pick it up and carry it. And that's fine as long as you actually touch the thing that you're trying to touch, which in this case I'll set it to U. And this will be I. Okay. Alright, so I need to grab this object with the U key. Nope, missed. Alright, this crystal has weight though, so... there we go. It doesn't have to stay in the circle, it just has to get there. Alright. This was definitely one of the harder ones. I'm gonna see if the flamethrower works on this one. So those farmers are not very nice. I don't know if burning crops count as cutting them down. Oh, well, that counted. Oh, that's right. That key is... Oh, they're burning. Let's see if that counts. They're just burning. That doesn't count. Of course. Alright, I'm going to have to run these things over. Fortunately, I'm in a vehicle that can run these things over. I think the first time I did this, I was not, and I had to use saw blades on the bottom of a thing that kept getting attacked by farmers. That was not a very smooth idea the first time I did it. Alright, well that was most of them right there. I gotta turn the camera angle. Now, for most games, having to turn the camera angle and set up your own controls and all that can be kind of frustrating. But for this one, though, that's part of the charm. It doesn't make itself easy. And I think this was the last one. Now, the problem I had when I first tried this is that 90% of the village, this isn't it. This is probably 80%. The last 20% are usually hiding in the shadows. They're all the animals, and they run away, which is not very much fun. So I need to... Oh, I didn't think that would work. Oh. No, not the trees. The trees will definitely catch me on fire. Oh, crap. Well, there goes. And now I'm on fire, and cannons are flying everywhere. Yeah, so 90% of the village also includes all the animals and all the pots. Not the trees, though. The trees don't count. That's... I don't even know if the birds count, actually. Oh! Ah! Fire. Don't play with fire, kids. Really. You might catch your helicopter on fire, and then where will you be? Nowhere. That's right. Nowhere. Pop. I basically just run over most of these buildings. I don't think I can run over the market stalls, though. Oh, I just did. Alright. Yaks. Oh, that did not turn out the way that I wanted. Well, that ends that. Alright. Well, you guys get the idea. And in fact, I think this is the last level they have available anyway. It is still in early access. They're still completing a large portion of the game. As you can see, obviously, this island is completed. This one right here is the one that I'm currently on. The village of Diome was the one... the Valley of the Wind was the last one. That had some pretty nasty tornadoes, if you didn't guess by the image there. The rest of this level is still in the process of being created, and so are the rest of these islands here. All under construction, including the moon, which should be pretty cool. Now the sandbox, I've never actually taken a look at this one, but it doesn't look like it's anything objective based. It's just trying to create things and see what they do. Now if you look online, some of the guys have created some pretty cool things, some really cool things. Things that are way beyond what I've been creating here. This is child's play compared to the stuff they've done. So, look it up on YouTube. Hi, cat. Look it up on YouTube, and hopefully next time this game does an update, I'll be making more content and showing you guys what's next. Alright, Thanks, guys.